Right, so this is another episode of what I call Dave's Garage Door. Although today I'm at the other end of the driveway because I couldn't get to the garage door because I got a bunch of cars in front of it. And this is just a bunch of do-it-yourself. There's a chipmunk who just ran through here. Do-it-yourself projects that I do, and a little bit of philosophy thrown in between. And the first things first, you know, you got to have a bandana for your head. And what that does is it keeps sweat from dripping in your eyes, dripping on your project, and keeps the sun from baking your head. The next thing you're going to want is gloves. This is about a 3 bandana, 3 pair of gloves job. Just get as many gloves as you want. You're going to use them. Anybody who's watched any of my videos knows what a sissy I am. I don't like getting my hands dirty. I also don't like getting my knuckles skinned up because then I got to stop and go get a Band-Aid. And so I always have gloves on my hand whenever I'm doing car work or any kind of work. And so today, what we have is we're going to just do some basic dent repair. Nothing perfect. It's not going to be gold-plated like it would come out of a shop. It's just going to be repair some dents that my daughter got in her car from a tree branch that fell on it. Just good enough to get it back on the road. And my philosophy there is you get your job, the sooner you get your jobs done, the sooner you can put your sticks in the car and be out bombing the fairways. And so if I had really done this right, I would have gotten some Bondo, and I've got some Bondo. I might do this later and Bondo this whole section. This dent turned out better. You can see it. It actually is probably okay. And this one is probably going to be okay. It's not perfect. You know, some of you are going to be saying, you're going to see that and go, you're done. Well, I'm done for now. But I'm just going to show you how I did it. So the first thing you're going to need is some dent pullers, and I just bought these at the auto store. These is what it looks like. You got a small one and a large one, and you're going to want to get these if you have kids, especially if you have teenagers. And the reason is because teenagers put dents in cars. I did it. Anybody who's ever been a teenager has done it. Anybody who's ever known teenagers knows it. And it's okay thing. Don't make a big deal out of it. You're lucky if it's just a dent that you can fix with a dent puller, because if it's too big, then that means it was bad and maybe somebody got hurt. So the way to do it is just not worry about it. Just say, okay, you know, kid brings the car home and says, Daddy, I put some dents in the car. Can you fix it, please? You just say, yeah. Just pull in the driveway and I'll get to it by the weekend. And so the weekend comes and you get out your dent pullers, and the way you use these is you just get some hot water and you lay a towel over it and you get it really hot. You want the metal to be as hot as you can get it with hot water. The other way you can do it is just leave it in the sun. But if you leave it in the sun, then you're going to be working in the sun. And if you want to work in the cool of the morning, which is what it is now, although I did this job yesterday in the sun, you just get hot water, just put a big bowl of water in the microwave for 20 minutes, and by then it'll be boiling, and you pour it on your rag that's laying on top of the dents, and it heats up the metal so that you can pull it out. And the way you do that is it's real easy. Just put it on here, clamp it down, and pull it out, and it'll go bang. And sometimes it'll pull and sometimes it won't. It depends on if it has a crease in it. You may not be able to. In fact, this one did. This dent here had a couple of creases in it, one going this way and one going this way. This one didn't. This one was just sort of kind of pushed in, and so this one came out much better. But this one here had to have a little more work, and I'm going to show you what that is right now. So you have to, if you got a dent like that, let me see if I can get a good close-up shot. You're probably going to have to get up underneath there, okay? And that's what I had to do, and I'm going to show you. The first thing you have to do is take off the wheels. Take off the wheel. Get your jack out. jack it up. And then you're gonna have to get up under here and you're gonna have to find that dent. And here's is here, you can see it. It's kind of right. It's hard to do this in the mirror, but it's up in there. There it is, that's it right there. And so, what I had to do is I had to make a couple of tools to get to where I wanted to do that. And one was this board that I just kind of chamfered off the edges. I probably should have done a little bit more if I had spent a little more time rounding out this punch pole and put it up underneath here and then bang it with a hammer from the bottom. And that's what allowed me to punch out that dent, because I just couldn't pull it out. I tried everything, and what you do is you just wrap a rag around it several times like this, kind of soften the blow a little bit, and you punch it up in there. There's that little chipmunk. He keeps running back and forth over there. He's out wondering what I'm doing. He's just saying hi. And you know, it's not hard. You have to take off the shroud over here. You'll see that. I'm showing that right. It's mostly Phillips screws. So you get your Phillips screwdriver. This one had two funny sized bolts in it, a 7/32 and a 9/32. Leave it to Ford. And you take that shroud off, and then you're gonna have to put all this stuff back together. And I'm gonna put it all back together now, because quite frankly, I'm done as far as I need to be able to do this. And yeah, I may come back and put some Bondo on it later in the fall, but this just gets you back on the road. You got your couple of dent pullers, and then you figure out how to get up underneath there, bang it out from the inside, bang, 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 and you're done. Your kid's back on the road. This is a 2006 car. This is 2021, July of 2021, so it's at least 15 years old. And okay, you know, it's not perfect, but you know, there's other things on this car that you know would need to be fixed in order for me to want to have to make this perfect. But it's good enough. And so what you want it to be is good enough so that they give you your car back, which is what my daughter did. Came and borrowed my car. Daddy, I need to borrow your car because I got a big job thing. I got to go impress my coworkers and my boss. Okay. And then when she comes back, she'll see that, oh, this is good enough. I'll take my car back and I'll give you your car back. Because that's what you want. You want your own car back. Chances are your car is going to be a little better than their car. Maybe. Doesn't have to be, but if it is, then that's what you want to do. You got to get their car fixed up. Same thing with I got to work on the air conditioner. I might do another video shortly, because before she gets back next week, on how to fix an air conditioner, because what I did, I knew it was leaking. And so what I did is I put some dye in it, and I figured out where the leak is. And the leak is coming from that little plunger thing where you add Freon to it, because you can see the green fluorescent dye. It looks like my bandana. And so I've got the tools for it, and I might do that. But for now, we're just going to put this back together and be done with it, get the car back on the road. The air conditioning's working okay, but I'll see if I can fix that. There's a name for that thing. By the time I make that other video, I'll know the name of that. So anyway, if you have kids, just make sure you own a set of these dent pullers. I don't know what I do with them. And of course, lots of gloves. Everything is gloves. I got to put my gloves on because I'm going to put this thing back together. So I don't know if you have any questions, or no snide remarks about me being done, but and I don't think you'll have any questions because it wasn't that hard. It was just really simple. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.